And we are 4 weeks from Election Day, and soon voters in Spokane will weigh in on the fate of high school sports by suggesting a replacement for Joe Albi Stadium. No matter what voters decide, Joe Albi, as we know it, will be no longer.
The stadium will be torn down and rebuilt, but the question remains, where? KXLY4's Taylor Graham has been going in-depth all week on these ballot issues. Taylor?
Well, Aaron and Nadine, if you live within city limits, you'll see two choices on the back of your ballot. Either to build a new stadium next to the Spokane Arena or keep the stadium where Joe Albi has stood for about 70 years. It's the end of an era at Joe Albi Stadium. A fixture of the Spokane community will soon be demolished.
I enjoy Albi, but I'm understanding, I understand that it's not going to come back in its full glory.
It's a tough pill to swallow for Paul Heinman, who spent 40 years in Spokane, taking his family to football games at Albi. The stadium is so special to him, he created a group, Friends of Joe Albi, dedicated to preserving it.
It had a purpose. It still has a purpose.
But after 70 years, the cracks are beginning to show.
Walls pulling away from stairs and a lot of deteriorating concrete. There's problems with the roofs.
Today, it's tough to fill the stadium's 28,000 seats. The biggest events typically bring 8,000 here. That's why the city and Spokane Public Schools are partnering to bring a new $31 million stadium to Spokane. Joe Albi will be torn down. A new stadium will hold 5,000. It will either be here or move downtown, next to the Spokane Arena. A middle school will be built on this site, and Dwight Merkle Fields will expand.
This is a decision about what's best for the next 60 years of Spokane's history and how best to capitalize on that facility so that we're not rebuilding facilities all the time.
By weighing in on the city's advisory vote this election, voters like Paul will have a say in Spokane's future.
Everyone has things that are special to them. But I think that we also have to be realizing that time marches on and nothing stays still.
Now, this advisory vote is not binding, meaning it will give the school board an idea of what voters want, but in the end, the board will have the final say as to where this new stadium is built. We've been looking into this bond for weeks now, trying to make it a little easier for all of us to understand. To see more of our in-depth reporting, you can go to KXLY.com. And tomorrow night, we'll have another report on the final piece of this partnership at the Spokane Public Library. In studio tonight, Taylor Graham, KXLY4 News.
Thanks, Taylor.